Ba 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 boo 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 ba ba boo. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, here's a little mount. Oh, is that the quest? That might be it. Alright. Sparks of joy. Well met, Emma. I am honored that you would return to speak with me again. Would you tell me more of your life as an adventurer? You could say I'm a jack of all trades. I see. So you travel far and wide, aiding others in myriad ways, and in doing so earn your keep? I know of someone that might benefit from such assistance, a craftsman in urgent need of a particular material. The sites replete with this resource are overrun with fiery fiends, and those ill-equipped to defend themselves dare not brave them. Surely even I could be of some use in that regard. But how would a true adventurer present themselves to a potential client? Again, I must request a demonstration, provided that you are willing and able. I am much obliged to you, Emma. The craftsman of whom I speak plies his trade in the southeast of our village. Let us pray he'll be amenable to an arrangement. All right. Hello. So this is the adventurer showing our friends the ropes, eh? If you're willing to fetch me materials, I'll be more than happy to pay for them. What I need is Nayor's obsidian. The more the better. To be clear, this is my trial to undertake. You need only point me in the right direction and I shall do the rest. Once you are ready to proceed, meet me at Nayor Gorna. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. It goes flap, flap, flap. Have you managed to find the obsidian? Yeah, here we go. How captivating its ebon luster! These pieces are of superior quality. From watching you, I have learned the importance of carefully inspecting one's surroundings. Now it's time for me to put your teachings to the proof. In the meantime, I ask that you return to Warlar's Echo and let our client know I have this matter well in hand. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back. Judging from Mulfurler's conspicuous absence, I presume he no longer needs your direct supervision? You may not know this, but Nayor's obsidian is of historical importance for the Yok Hoi. When our people still ruled the continent, it was valued for the ease in which it could be knapped into razor-sharp weaponry, arrows, daggers, and the like. While it was our size and strength that enabled us to dominate the other peoples of Taral, tools like these were indispensable as well. How ironic that once we have How ironic that once we had subjugated the so-called lesser races, we would so readily avail ourselves to their metalwork instead. Thus was obsidian weaponry rendered a relic of the past, and the material relegated to accoutrements for which our village is now known. Ah. Gotcha. Forgive the interruption, but I have returned. I hope this will be enough for your purposes. You hope? This is a tremendous amount, and all of exceptional quality, no less. I can tell even from looking through the bag. You bought me a supply that will last for many moons to come. Please accept this payment as your reward. I've added a little extra as a token of my gratitude. Divide it as you see fit. You have my deepest thanks. Perhaps I was too enthusiastic in my efforts. While he did seem appreciative, I realized now it was far more than a craftsman working alone could possibly require. As I doubt he will have needs for my service for the foreseeable future, I must seek out other clients if I am to make a living, yet I am hard-pressed to think of any other prospects in the village. But of course, this is why you travel, to meet new people and find new opportunities. Then let us move on. This experience, too, has been enlightening, and besides, I still need to give you your share. Emma, it has been a delight to learn your trade from you. Rewarding, too. To discover the mere gathering of stone can be enough to spark joy in others. After today, I can say that aiding others has given me a newfound sense of fulfillment. Alas, opportunities to do so may be lacking here in Warlord's Echo. After I've had some time to put some thoughts in order, I would be honoured if you would advise me on my next course of action. Thank you for the bread. Greetings, Emma. I seek a new venture, though I may use my I seek a new venture through which I may use my martial prowess to aid others, but the fact remains that I am unlikely to find one in this village. It seems I have no choice but to beg the boon of your wisdom once more. Have you any ideas? Perhaps you could get some work as a bodyguard? Ah yes, that would suit my strengths. As for who might need my protection, come to think of it, there are no few travelling Pelu merchants who employ bodyguards to defend themselves from beasts and bandits. However, I am unaccustomed to dealing with their kind and lack the confidence to approach them, especially given my unfamiliarity with this profession. Therefore, while it pains me to impose upon your goodwill once more, would you be willing to train me in the ways of the bodyguard? If so, I ask that you join me just outside the village on the path to the Shades of Grief. Okay. Onward to the Shades of Grief. Oh, thank you for joining me. Now, while I am no stranger to battle, I have only ever guarded a sanctum, not an individual. Therefore, I propose you act as my bodyguard, that I may learn from your example. We will together travel this road to the Shades of Grief. At one time, before coming to the Sky Ruin, it was our ancestral home. I should like to climb to its zenith and get a good look at the surrounding ruins, but be warned, these days it is home to many ravenous beasts. Okay. Certain duties require that you escort an NPC while guarding them from enemy attacks. Yeah. Alright. Let's get my chocobo out. What is the color of grief? Probably black. I'm surprised there isn't, oh wait, any hostile presences coming up. All right. Behold these forlorn ruins, abandoned for years upon years. There is much I would recount to you, but it is unsafe here. Let us venture instead to the cliffside. If I move too far, is he gonna lose? Head down here. All right. You surveyed the area, but there's no imminent threats as far as you can see. There is a great many elements to consider. Maintaining awareness of my client and their surroundings, particularly potential avenues of attack, all while keeping a brisk pace. In contrast, standing watch over a frozen Vidral was far less complicated. Perhaps you wonder why I chose this place for our destination. Look below. The Pelu Pelu village is within sight. Our homes were once connected by a mountain road where we were their oppressors. Until Gulujaja put an end to the practice, we demanded yearly tribute and in exchange granted them our protection. The elder Pelu Pelu have not forgotten. Memory of my kin as towering tyrants haunts them still. Times have changed, and now we treat the Pelu Pelu as equals. I hope to one day live in their memories as a gentle guardian, but... forgive me. My idle musings are of no moment. Let us return to Warlaw's Echo. Yeah. All right. What is that? To catch a merchant. It's a new quest there as well. Ooh. Do I have to do both of those for this? Maybe, because this is going to pull these two groups together, most likely. Sam, hello. Sam. Hi. You want to jump up? Are you actually going to jump up? Sam. Up. Sam. Oh my goodness, he is being naughty fussy today. Come on then. There you go. All right. Sam. Yeah. Sam. Meow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's a pretty boy. The voidiest of void boys is here. Let me just blend. My hand. He likes wiping his mouth on me. My goodness. I am in your debt, Emma. You have helped me explore a potential life calling as a bodyguard. As a Yokoi warrior, I have the power to show the Pelu Pelu that we are not our ancestors, that we can offer them peace and protection as equals, not conquerors. I can only hope they will prove amenable. That said, I cannot begin to pursue this goal until such time as I can find a client. That search begins now. Alright, he's gone. He's a very fussy boy. Emma, it is time I formally offered my services, and if it's not too much to ask, I would like you to bear witness. While the Pelu Pelu who visit Warlaw Echoes do so primarily to sell their wares to us, we sometimes see fishers passing through on their way to Kavahur the First. Regardless of their trade, surely there is at least some who will have need for my protection. Come, Emma, let us ask around. Okay. Indeed. I take it you're friends with this man. He just offered to be my bodyguard, and, well, I agreed without a moment's hesitation. Truth be told, I've always wanted to hire a Yokoi warrior, but I was afraid that the mere suggestion would cause them to laugh in my face. Nothing would delight me more than to visit Carvaha the First and fish my fill, but the place attracts a lot of mangy monsters. How am I to get my bites in if I'm worried something's going to take a bite out of me, eh? And it goes without saying that I wouldn't want to risk hooking one of those huge Piraruku unless I had someone to help reel it in. A pelo like me might get dragged down into the depth if I don't drop my rod fast enough. Ooh, I can't wait to see how this goes. Come, let's get to it. All right. I have heard that the unstable energy surrounding the lake seems to attract dangerous plant-like creatures. As this is my first bodyguard commission, would you join me? If I fall short in my duty, I should take comfort in the knowledge that you can defend the fissure in my stead. Yeah, I know, I'm going to be doing all the work. As always. Let's go. Into the mountains. Well, you are the player, of course you do all the work. Yeah, well... That's the thing about being a protagonist. There you are, Emma. As you can see, I've already dispatched one threat. It seems strangely aggressive. Perhaps I'm overthinking it, but caution be warranted. While the fisher and I lead the way, I ask that you watch our backs. Aha. You've noticed the presence of a mobile seedling, and see no sign of the creature that spawned it. No sign, huh? Just random fate behind me. Help! A cry from the Pelo fisherman rings out from the west. The silence which follows bodes ill. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Forgive me. It seems this task was too great for me alone. I sense the beasts here have been affected by the energy of this place, but did not anticipate that it might also see them grow to such a prodigious size. But that is nothing more than an excuse. I failed my client, and I am unfit to be a good bodyguard. Hey now, don't be ridiculous. You were so committed to protecting me that you didn't have a chance to fight back, that's all. Especially not after that nasty blow you took. As far as I'm concerned, you did exactly as promised. You kept me safe. That's exactly what I'd expect from a bodyguard. I suppose it's a matter of perspective. How would you evaluate me, Emma? The fisher is unarmed. And that's what matters. You heard the woman. Sure, there's always room for improvement, but overall it's a passing mark. Now then, with that brute out of commission, we ought to enjoy some peace and quiet for a while, yes? That settles it. I can't afford to let this opportunity slip off my hook. Or slip off the hook. I'm going to fill my bucket while I still can. Even after that harrowing experience, you remain undeterred. You're a strength of will that rivals that of any of Yokhoi. See, what did I tell you? Feast your eyes on this hearty haul. When it comes to fishing, being able to concentrate makes all the difference, and I owe it to the two of you for standing watch. Now to drag my bucket back to Warlord's Echo. Nice. Let's hop over there. Hey, I see you've returned, Emma. Though I made a fool of myself, you stepped in to pick up the slack, and for that I must thank you. I shall reflect on this experience and use what I've learned to sharpen my skills. Doubtless it would not inspire much confidence in my future clients were they to see me falter as I did today. That's the spirit, big fellow. You know, most of us grew up hearing the old stories that the Yokhoi are as dangerous as they look and that are people to be feared. But you, my friend, you put your life on the line to protect mine, and that's a story I intend to share with my entire village. They'll see you folk aren't so scary after all, and if they ever need a gentle giant to protect them, they should ask for Merlefeur, or Merfeleur. We get there eventually. Oi. Emma, I know not what twists of fate led you to me, but I am grateful, not just for today, but for everything you have done to help me. Hi, Opers! You know who also puts their lives on the line? Fish fate. How wow. In hearing that fisherman's words, I realised that the true reason I felt compelled to relinquish my post as temple guardian. A great honour though it was, deep down I yearned to protect not a place, but the people. The living who have yet to finish their stories and be enshrined in memory. Rest assured, your efforts to teach me will not go to waste. Henceforth, I am Merfeleur the Defender, and do everything in my power to build a relationship of trust with our good neighbours, the Pelu Pelu. Nice. Hey Scarlet, welcome in. Okay. Ooh, maple teriyaki. Sure. Hello, hello. Thank you. Yeah, I'm dressed up for Halloween, both as my avatar and in game as well. We've done the All Saints event, and we're now working through some more of the Ali tribe stuff. So I'm guessing I've got to go over here next. Have you done the new the seasonal stuff yet, Scarlet? Yeah, it's a cute one. I like the mount. It's very cute. Every moment we leave that peddler to his own devices is another opportunity for some unexpected traveller to be hoodwinked. We need to figure out where he's been and where he may go next. I'll ask around in Huachulumpelo if anyone else has had similar run-ins with disreputable merchants. In the meantime, I'd like you to find the scoundrel and keep him in your sights by whatever means necessary. We can't have him leaving before we've had a chance to settle the matter, after all. I expect he's still in Okupacha, visiting the markets to use his ill-gotten pel to stock up before his return to Eorzea. Like as not, he's inspecting the stalls at Ikuruvo's Inn. Ask for a lalafell by the name of Gigimolu, but be discreet. Once you found him, try to keep him occupied for as long as you can. Why is it lalafell? Why is it always lalafell causing mischief? Swear to God. Oh, that is probably here. Ah, well, this is a pleasant surprise. To think we would meet again after all, here of all places. You do recognize me, don't you? The merchant you spoke with on the ship to Tuliulal. I neglected to impart my name to you at the time, but I shall happily rectify that now. Gigimolo at your service. Since my arrival on the continent, I must say business has been booming. I'll spare you the details of my most recent transaction, but suffice it to say, I earned quite a handsome sum from a most generous young merchant. Truly makes this lengthy voyage here feel well worth the trouble. All that remains before I return to Eorzea is to purchase some commodities. Alas, ever since I felt the soothing waters of Panaquapello's retreat on my skin, I can think of little else. The mere mention of it has stirred my yearning to avail myself of those hot springs once more. It was a pleasure to meet you again, my friend, but I must be going. Farewell. We've got to keep an eye on you. Oh, it's you again. Did you follow me here? Or perhaps you have succumbed to the allure of these hot springs. The water's at the perfect temperature, and the view ravishing. All my worries seem to just melt away. Though I suppose I've also Kavli to thank for that. He's been the perfect attendant, taking care of my every need. I'm surprised you're still listening to me ramble on. If I didn't know better, I might think you came not to enjoy these springs, but to speak with me. Alright. So I didn't realize they had these hot springs here. Again, this may be another nice Jeep post spot. Gigimolo truly did such an awful thing? I had no idea. He only recently began to visit these springs and hired me to take care of odds and ends for him during our sojourns. I took him to be quite the affluent individual, the way he carried himself. My heart goes out to poor Nopli, but as Pelu Pelu, I'm quite intrigued by Gigimolo's trading practices. Allow me to explain. Many years ago, we Pelu Pelu were looked down on by the other people of Tural. both figuratively and literally, due to our diminutive stature. Chagrined, it's said that our ancestor decided to start wearing masks made of the image of the most powerful Tyrell Vidral, Valigarmander. That's why they've got the beak masks. We're getting lower. In order to strike fear in the hearts of all who looked upon them. I'm gonna jump in the deep dungeons for some runs. Oh, I need to do more of those. Today, however, the means of the masks have changed. After becoming peddlers in the Dawn Servant's suggestions, the masks have come to symbolize fair transactions. Indeed, they are now proof of our reputability. Instead of focusing solely on our own profits, we endeavour to make every trade mutually satisfactory. Countless years of doing so have earned us the respect of those around us, and we now very rarely experience any belittlement. Yet it seems Gilly-Mollo wishes only to fill his own coffers, even at the expense of those with whom he does business. It's a shame. After what he's done, no Tyrali will wish to barter with him again, no matter what quality of import he has at hand. I will keep a close watch on him from now on. I don't wish to see anyone else swindled out of their hard-earned pell. Though, given his present euphoria, I doubt he'll be doing anything for any sort of time soon. That said, I'm sure Nopli must be anxious to hear from you. I have matters here well in hand. Why don't you return to him? All right. What? You met Gilly-Mollo during your voyage to Tyrell? What a small world. In any case, thank you for lending your assistance once again, Emma. It's reassuring to know Kavli will be keeping careful watch of him. As for my investigation here, it seems I'm presently Gilly-Mollo's only victim. But I fear it won't be the last. There's no telling what underhanded tricks he'll use to procure those wares you spoke of, and I refuse to let him besmirch all that it means to be a merchant. I have a plan, but I'm going to need your help. Okay. I'd like your opinion on something, Emma. Should word spread of Gilly-Mollo's underhanded practices, it won't be long before there's not a soul in all of Tyrell willing to deal with him. How do you feel about that? Hi, Cisco. Welcome in. Serves him right. Hank Hank. Indeed. Yet I'd be disappointed by such a conclusion. After all, we'd lose one of the few merchants willing to voyage across the seas to do business with us. If he is to remain a potential trading partner in the years to come, he needs to be made to see the errors of his ways. I suspect a few words of warning will do little, however. He needs to be taught a proper lesson, to feel the sting of being swindled for himself, and we shall make sure that he does, the Pelu Pelu way. I'm gonna fist fight the Royal Mail. What have they done? I mean, what haven't they done? First, we'll need an alluring piece of merchandise to serve as bait. Hailing from across the salt yourself, I can think of none better suited to finding something that might garner his interests. Have a look about and see what local specialties we have to offer. I should like to know if anything catches your eye. They put my fursuit in limbo. Oh no. Was it being shipped from overseas? I know getting anything from abroad now is like very difficult. Sending stuff abroad is near impossible now. Something rare? I can think of nothing better than coffee plants. They'd surely fetch a handsome price, seeing as you most likely can't find them where you're from. Oh, so you can find them there? Well, in that case, I'd like to try your coffee for myself. Tried to deliver on Wednesday, told them to ship it to my local post office, shipped it again to my house. Oh my god. That's annoying. A local specialty that's on the rarer side? How about the popatoes being sold at the distillery? It's one of the few vegetables that can be cultivated at these altitudes. Oh, you already have popatoes aplenty in Eorzea? Huh, well I'll be. If they're popular across the salt as well, I couldn't be prouder. Yeah, fingers crossed that you can get that sorted. That is definitely annoying. If it's for a merchant, they might be interested in our traditional dolls. They're believed to be good luck for business. I carry one around myself, as it so happens. Whether or not someone unaware of its origins and significance will truly appreciate it is another question entirely. Now I'm currently waiting on an insurance claim with Royal Mail because the parcel that I sent Delith with the custom cross stitch piece in arrived to them empty. So I'm currently remaking that cross stitch piece. It will be slightly different because I can never make things exactly the same. But I think the colours that I've picked is sort of an improvement. But yeah, I'm still waiting on to get the money back on that. It's shipped from the sunny vista of Bedford. Oh, right, okay. So just the Royal Mail being dickheads then, got it. If you're looking for something out of the ordinary, I have to recommend an Ulan bristle hairbrush. They're good to keep the alpacas free of fleas, and they help prevent skin conditions among other things. And if you expect them to turn and spit on anyone tugging on their hair, the alpacas seem to enjoy the grooming. It's a similar way to keep them healthy and happy. People can use the brushes too, obviously. The Ulan brushes help distribute natural scalp oils and strip the hair of leftover dead strands to promote a healthy scalp. Surprisingly gentle on the skin too, so it's little wonder they've grown so popular. Ah, okay. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. You returned. I take it you found an item or two of interest. I see. An Ulan bristle hairbrush and one of our traditional dolls. I must admit, whether such a doll would truly be desirable to an outsider is a bit dubious. I think I'd be safer to go with the hairbrush. My thanks for finding a suitable bait. Normally they'd go for 1 pel in the 10,000 column, but to teach our pernicious peddler a lesson, I'll offer him one for 1 pel in the 100,000 column. Lest you worry, I won't actually sell it to him, just give him a taste of his own medicine, so he can come to understand why a fair and honest deal is so important to wee Pello. More importantly, I wish to convey something to him, merchant to merchant. So what do you say, will you lend me your aid? Sure. Thank you. Let's give Gigi Mollo an offer he can't refuse. All that remains is for me to begin my negotiations with Gigi Mollo. However, even should I approach him, I expect he wouldn't be willing to bend an ear to anything I have to say. But if you, a fellow Eorzean, were to whisper in his ear of a merchant dealing in exotic wares he won't find elsewhere, I dare say his interest won't be piqued. I expect he's still soaking in the springs, so let's try searching for him first at Panaquapelu Retreat. I'll join you after procuring a suitable store of hairbrushes. Okay. Oh yes, down here. Ah, it's you again. Take you too are unable to resist the allure of these waters? I see. You wish to introduce me to this merchant of exotic wares? How thoughtful of you. I'm honestly surprised you remembered that I've yet to find suitable goods to take back to Eorzea. Very well. I shall meet this merchant, but I can hardly sit at the negotiating table in little more than a bathing towel. Pray wait for me below while I make myself presentable. Alright. In the following sequence, you'll be tasked with supporting Nopley's negotiations with Gigi Molu. As the negotiations may take several minutes, you may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Gotcha, okay. Thank you for waiting. Now, where is this merchant you wish to introduce me to? Nopley? I see. So you two are in cahoots. If you come to return the corrupted crystals, I'm afraid I do not accept refunds. Didn't Emma tell you? I'm here to make you an offer. Make me an offer? Huh. I wasn't born yesterday. Whatever it is you're planning, I want nothing to do with it. You did deceive him. You should hear him out. I did no such thing. I told him the crystals are rare in Terral, which they are. As a fellow merchant, he bears full responsibility for making an uninformed purchase. Hogwash. Really expect me to believe I could benefit from another deal with him? This is not only for your benefit, but that of new customers you're certain to meet in future commercial endeavours. Upon my mask, I swear it. You can swear upon whatever you like. I still won't believe you. The only thing I trust less than your word is your meagre eye for quality. Any product selected by your hand is one unworthy of my stalls. I picked out myself. So you're saying that I'm untrustworthy? Really? You hurt me. You selected it? Well now, that changes things. Considering your wealth of experience in both Eorzea and Terral, yours are eyes I can trust. Yeah, you better. I see we have your attention. Then without further ado, allow me to present to you my premium selection of high-quality alpaca hairbrushes. The bristles are firm, yet subtle, gentle on the skin, and exceedingly pleasant to the touch. Even the most sensitive alpacas can't get enough of it. Indeed, I dare say these brushes are of unparalleled quality. We already have brushes for livestock in Eorzea. Furthermore, the market for such a commodity will be limited to farmers, all but squandering any chance for profit. I'll not purchase a product merely because of its good quality. What if you could use it on your own hair? I must admit, as a merchant, it is important to always make oneself as personable as possible, yet I'm confused as to why you would ask. Ah, so people can use the brush as well. Then may I try it for myself? If it is a quality product for men and women of good taste, then the potential market would expand considerably. There you go. Oh my, this is quite lovely. The way the bristles gently caress my scalp, each stroke gliding through my hair like a gentle breeze, and somehow every strand falls perfectly into place. My hair has never felt so soft and smooth. Yes, consider me interested. I dare say the brushes will sell themselves to those with a like-minded taste for elegance. Now let us discuss payment. By my estimation, a single brush will be worth roughly 10,000 pel, give or take. Speaking of worth, I forgot to mention one terribly important detail. The brushes are made with the hair of a creature indigenous to Tural, the Ulan. Specimens are painstakingly chosen for each brush by a master craftsman, paying close attention to the beast's age, as well as the texture, thickness, and strength of the hair.
Everybody get hydrated.
I'll hydrate. I'd say a single brush is worth no less than 2 pel in the 100,000 column. Beg your pardon? 200,000 pel for a brush? You must be out of your mind. I shall take my business elsewhere. Wait, after purchasing the corrupted crystals from you, I'm in urgent need of funds. If you agree not to disclose this to anyone else, I'm willing to sell the brushes to you for half that price. You'd go so far as to offer them at half their market price? And it certainly comes as no surprise that you lack capital. I may not find a more opportune bargain. Bargain. Very well, you have yourself a deal. I shall use all the pel I have on hand to purchase as many brushes as you can offer. Now then, let us return to my storehouse in Wachanpelo to finalise our transaction. I trust that's fine with you, Gigimolu? Indeed. I shall make a short detour to Ikuvlo's Inn to gather my things before joining you. Pray excuse me. The negotiations went rather well, if I do say so myself. I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. But now the negotiations can truly begin. We should hurry back to Wachanpelo as well. Wee. Bum 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 bum. And we're back. Watch that pumpkin fly. There you are, Emma. Now that we're all assembled, let's continue our discussion. What is there to discuss? The deal is already agreed upon. All that remains is for the exchange of goods. Oh no, I was Mr. Podium. Are you sure? Even though I told you that the actual value of a brush is a single pel in the 10,000s column? What? You deceived me. I wasn't wearing my glasses. My glasses! I can't see without my glasses. Oh no, nothing of the sort. I merely followed your example. I do personally believe that a single brush is worth 2 pel in the 100,000 column. I also urgently need funds after purchasing those crystals, but more importantly, the brushes are of unparalleled quality. To think I would be outfoxed by the man I took for a fool. Yet why tell me its true value now? Had you remained silent, you could have made back all the money you lost. I find that a strange question. Are we not both merchants? Rather than prey on one another, hoping to make our fortunes in a single exchange, would it not be mutually beneficial for us to be, in the long term, to become trade partners? As far as I'm concerned, this is a chance I can't afford to let slip away. Foreign merchants willing to sail all the way to Tyrell are few and far between, and I certainly won't have the wherewithal to travel to Eorzea myself anytime soon. After all I've done, you'd ask to be my trade partner? I ply my trade in a city called Uldar, where the unspoken rule of business is to deceive or be deceived, to seize what opportunities you can and quickly move on. Long-term profits have been the furthest thing from my mind. Yeah, but you'll eventually run out of people to deceive if you go around that way. When I first saw you, Nopley, I could sense your naivety. Thus I did approach you with a mind to exploit it, and pawned my worthless corrupted crystals into your eager hands. At the time, I thought it simply business as usual. And yet I am wholly embarrassed by the thought of it now, that you would use the same ploy against me for even greater profit makes it all the more shameful. Nopley, I am truly sorry for deceiving you. I shall return all the money I took from you, and make what amends I can for the trouble I've caused. I do not deserve your forgiveness, let alone your partnership, but if you're certain that is the best course. I am. But forget about the money. I'd like you to bring back more of those corrupted crystals. If I can find some use for them, we'll have a product that can be easily sold for a premium, and we can corner the market here in Tyrell. I'm happy to oblige, but until such time that the crystals become profitable here, I could not proceed in good conscience without a product that we can both benefit from. If it please you, I'd like to explore our options. I couldn't have convinced Gilly Moller without your help, Emma. Together I believe he and I can bring others happiness through trade in not only Tyrell, but Eorzea and beyond. Business as usual. I prepared a small gift for you to show my thanks. Though it's hardly enough, I hope this is of some benefit to you during your travels. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to find me. So we've got alpaca steak, omelette, rice, shrimp cocktail, and Meckel marinated swamp mock. I'll go with the steak. Probably just going to sell it anyway. Alrighty, so now back to Warclaw's Echo. We're nearly there. We meet again, Emma. This occasion calls to mind a question that I had been meaning to ask you. Do you recall the fisher who said he would sing my praises to his people? Rather than wait for his word to bring new clients to me, I want to take the initiative and travel to Watchenpello to sell my services. However, I am aware that many Pelupelu are still intimidated by my kind. You wouldn't happen to know any there who could use a bodyguard, one with whom you may have worked with before? A merchant named Nopley, you say? Perhaps you could make the journey to Wachampelu and speak to him on my behalf. I do not mean to suggest you will be going alone. I shall descend the cliff and wait for you just outside the village, so as not to cause a disturbance. All right. And back we go. Well, if it isn't Emma. Thanks again for helping me work things out with Gigimolo. As for those corrupted crystals, I stored them in a warded pot to contain their chaotic energies. The good news is, I think I know just how to put them to use. Right, enough about me. Is there something I can do for you? Murfala the Defender? Of course I've heard of him. He's a Yokhoi who saved one of our fishermen, right? Everyone's been talking about it. I'd love to make his acquaintance. In fact, I might even have a job for him. How soon can we meet? What do you mean he came down the cliff? Wow, these Yokhoi are something else. In any case, if he's nearby, then now is as good a time as any. Here we go. I see you have brought your friend. Nopley, was it? I thank you for the introduction. Nopley, I'm told you are a merchant by trade. If you'd have need of a bodyguard, I would gladly offer my services. Hi there, Murfala. You know, I'd heard the rumours, but now that I've seen you in the flesh, I can tell you're every bit as stalwart as they say. This might be a good opportunity for both of us. You see, I want to make a deal with the folks in Chirwaga Saltern. Thing is, the Chirwaga are infamous for bullying the weak into buying their salt at outrageous prices. The word no tends to invite vicious neck throttling, or so is strongly intimidated. Hope they're all right. Just seeing someone getting attacked and then running off. But hey, I like a good challenge, and as long as you have my back, I'm sure I needn't fear for my neck, right? So follow me. I think they're all right. They run off. With your help, it seems I have already secured another commission. Yet I must confess a feeling of unease. The Chihuahua cling to the glory of the olden days, when the Yokhoi ruled all over. In their eyes, to wield violence and take that which they covet is right and true. Regardless, I will do whatever it takes to keep Noplia safe. All right. All right, back over here. Oh. I know, it's so cute, isn't it? If you check out the current seasonal event that's launched today, you can get one too. I just wanted to barter. What offence is there in that? Greedy tongue, this one has. The divine blessing is not for him. Surrender coin and begone. By divine blessing, they refer to their salt, and Noppy is in no position to bargain. The best course may be to retreat. You're here to protect and support him. I see now. My duty is not only to ensure his safety, but to ensure his success as well. Yes, I know what must be done. I am he who is named Murfalur. Any who lay hands upon this Pelu shall suffer the same violence tenfold. Oh my god, Opus. Murfalur, the temple guardian, slayer of many monsters, his story's all known. And that one is friend to Wukalamat, who bested Valigarmanda on holy ground. That's right. Terribly sorry about this. I didn't mean to pressure anyone. Let's see if we can negotiate an agreement, and if not, the three of us will be on our way before you know it. Of course. Of course, I wouldn't waste your time if I wasn't confident I could offer something worth your while. As we all know, the flames of Valigarmanda linger in these parts, yes? Well, I have to imagine that all that everlasting fire would have less than desirable effects on your crops and livestock. That's why you're forced to sell your salt at such high prices, right? You have to make a living somehow. But what if I told you they could use these corrupted crystals imported from distant Eorzea to solve your woes? These crystals have the ability to change the elemental aspect of natural energies. By constructing a series of converters, you could turn those undying flames into nutrients for the soil and all sorts of other wonderful things. The possibilities are endless. I like his thinking. You offer miracle crystals for salt? Words of gold hide black intent. Any merchant who wears this mask is sworn to uphold the peddler's code of honor. We Pelu pride ourselves in spreading joy through trade. This little trader protects his reputation with the same ferocity as you who protect the Holy Lands. See his truth and heed his words. For science? Yeah. Corrupted crystals turn fire to earth, fill soil with life, and Urkropatcha with green. False promises all! Little one offers nothing for divine blessing. Begone! Oh. Oh, he's not gone. I would trust and trade divine blessing for your crystal. You cannot tell Chihuahua apart, but we met before with Vorpolo. Wukalamat saved me from Mountain Bird. Oh! I remember her, and our debt. The trader speaks wisdom too. He is worthy. My kin, they are slow to change, proud and afraid, but not forever. With time comes truth and proof and trust. Yay. Of all many connections forged here in Terrell, I never dreamed one of them being with a Chihuahua. Now then, we probably shouldn't wear out our welcome. Let's return to Warlord's Echo. Nice. I like this storyline. And it's so fun to be able to share these experiences on stream. I may not have a big 14 community behind me, but I still have fun where I can. And you never know, things may change one day. Sometimes it only takes like 1 or 2 people picking up the slack to really make a difference. You never know how things may change in the future. Alright. That, didn't go as well as I'd hoped. I only managed to trade one measly crystal for a fistful of salt. I don't know, I'm in a community and my ass is pretty big! Oh my god, Opus. Yeah, damn it. I know, but you're still a way back into the story, so I can't do current content with you yet. We do need to gain more again together. We do need to spend more time. Definitely. But if we look on the brighter side, it was a small yet crucial step towards building a trade relationship with Chihuahua Sultan. And to me, that's the biggest, wildest success I could ever hope for. Next step, stock up on different kinds of corrupted crystals from Gigimolu. Then try my hand at building an elemental converter. I just know I can find a market for these things one way or another. Plus, once the Chihuahua see actual results, they're sure to come around. Yes, this is all thanks to you, Emma. Your seemingly endless cavalcade of acquaintances. That is a mouthful. Ooh. Last but certainly not least, I'm grateful you were there to protect me, Murthula. Meeting them in person was a lot scarier than I thought it would be, and, well, were it not for you, I might have lost my nerve completely. Likewise, I was moved by your impassioned pitch. As a bodyguard, it was an honor to support such noble aspirations. You're making me blush. Anyway, I dare say I'll have plenty more work to offer you in my... Pardon me. I could feel that coming. Ow. My throat's deciding to attack me. I was trying to ignore the itch. Anyway, I dare say I'll have plenty more work to offer you in the coming days. Assuming that you're up for it, of course. Emma, it was you who gave me the confidence to pursue a new line of work, and for that I'll always carry your memory in my heart. I pray you carry mine in yours, wheresoever your journey takes you. All right. Okay, is this crafting? It's crafting. Okay, I'll go on carpenter. Nice. Let's get this unlocked, and then we'll be able to wrap things up. As a traveller from across the salt, greetings. You may call me Farafar. You seem the type to have friends all along the width and breadth of our continent. Do you by any chance know any particular skilled artisans? If you could introduce them to me, I'd be eternally grateful. You are a deft hand at crafting? Well then, I am in luck. As is all of Warlord's Echo. We are under threat, you see, and I require the help of one such as you to survive. I am here and ready to craft. A great avalanche has swallowed a place known as Zergolter the Open-Armed, once home to a sacred altar and its keepers. Although thankfully uninhabited at the time, I fear this was no accident. No, this destruction was caused by the snow spirits of Urkopacha. While we Yokhoi lived in harmony with these spirits for generations, they have of late become possessed by an inconsolable rage. Not know why, and attempts to reason have only stoked their anger further. There is, however, a way to quell these spirits, a ceremony known as the Pact, which must be performed at the altar which was once so carefully maintained. An old friend taught me this. Yeah, therein lies our problem. The avalanche swept away much of the altar and its surroundings. We must repair it quickly so the rite can be performed. If we fail, all of Urkopacha may succumb to the spirit's wrath. Oh boy. I'm having trouble imagining the extent of the damage. That is to be unexpected. Very well. Let us visit what little remains. Of Edith Finch? Wrong game. It'll help you understand more clearly what's at stake. To the south of Warclaw's Echo, you'll find stairs leading to the ritual site. The guard at the top will allow us passage up the mountain. Here we go. Hey. Hey, Ember. All right. You came? Good. Before we cross the path, might I ask your name? Emma? Wait, the very same Emma who felled Valigarmander? My apologies, I had no idea I was among one of our saviors. Not that I was doubtful before, but I suddenly feel much better about our chances for a success. Come now, our destination is not far. You came, ayo. Yeah, there's a lot of that in 14. Oh. This is what remains of Zergolter the Open-Armed. The damage is unlike anything I've ever seen. Even our histories contain few stories of such destruction. The structure at the far end is the breathless altar where the ritual was performed, although to see it now, one could hardly guess what purpose it served. Do you feel that? Something beyond the usual chill in the air? Oh, grr. Whoa. Let me just switch back to Pictomancer. This will be done in a flash. They left, thank goodness. To think they would be so bold. You have seen now the frenzy which grips them, yet they look almost frightened by you. Have you encountered the spirits before? You bested them during the feat of proof? Well, I should expect no less from the one who defeated a Turel Vidral. If you're even half as good at crafting as you are at fighting, I believe we are in good hands. I am a jack of all trades for a reason, mate. Yet even as the spirits were felled, they will be born again when the next snow falls, and they will rage. The pact is the only way we can set things to rights. Yet even if the altar were whole, there is none left who know how the ritual was conducted. Dar Torgor was the final caretaker remaining and a dear friend of mine. However, before the avalanche buried all of this, her body was lost in a tragic accident. Oh no. What little I know of the pact, I learned from her. I never encountered her to speak more of the sacred practice, but now I wish I had. Now I must make up for my lack of curiosity. I will learn how to appease the spirits for Dar Torgor's stead. For many years, she was Urkelpatch's silent guardian, and I shall take up the mantle she left behind. Now that you have seen the scale of the undertaking before you, I ask you once more, will you join me in rebuilding Zerkoteth the Open-Armed? Count me in. I'm interested to see this pact for myself. Thank you, Emma. You have given me hope in these dark times. Before we get started on the altar proper, we should first restore the building where Dar Torgor lived, so we might have proper shelter. It was fittingly called Warmth, and she lodged there with the other caretakers. It should make the perfect base for which to conduct our restoration. Now rest assured, I do not intend for us to shoulder this burden. We would do well to recruit a few more pairs of helping hands. I suppose that'll be my first request. Please ask around Warclaw's Echo for anyone willing to lend their aid, and I'll make I will make what preparations I can for the work ahead. Right. All right. Ooh. The avalanche caused all that damage? I see. You know, I spoke with Dar Torgor once, some years ago now. She said she lived alone in the mountains, was the sole keeper of the altar up there. Despite her solitary life, she seemed a bright and kind soul. I was saddened to hear her body was lost when she suffered that terrible fall. I'd always hoped she would visit again and tell me more about her unique experiences. Although I only met her the one time, I will not soon forget Dartorgor. To honour her memory, I pledge my aid in Zerkorteth the Open Arms reconstruction. My trade is carpentry, but I'm ready and willing to help whatever it is needed. I shall speak with I keep getting his name mixed up, get in my head. Farafar to see where I can be of use. My brain is also reaching the end of what I'm able to actually verbalize. I'm hoping we do get to the end of this pretty soon. That in my throat. It has been too long since we last met, Emma. I come here with Nopley to trade, but the people here seem unsettled somehow. The spirits. That explains why we were attacked by a group one snowy day not too long ago. We greeted them kindly as usual, but were assailed with icy magic without warning. I had no choice but to drive them back or risk Nopley's life, but the incident has been troubling me ever since. They are our neighbours here in Urkopacha, after all, and we have lived in harmony for so long. I take it that's why you're recruiting others to your aid. You never change, do you? Always eager to help those in need. Unfortunately, the life of a merchant demands that we don't rest our feet for too long, but perhaps we can send others your way. Only the best, of course. We promise to share what you told us today with anyone whose ear we can bend. Now let's be off, Merfurlaw. Let me just take another drink. The spirits have been acting passing strange, it is true. Their usual harmless tricks have become malicious, with merchants and other innocents being attacked unprovoked. Usually they appear on snowy days and invite passers-by to frolic under the falling flakes. What could have gotten into them? Regardless, this problem affects all of us in Urkopacha. If repairing the altar will help, then my supply of masonry is at your disposal. Nice. One more. Is it inside? It is. This is an unfortunate angle to be standing. You need help rebuilding Zerkorteth the Open Armed? Ah, I know the place. A group of Yokoi lived up there and looked after an altar, right? It was quite the trek, as I recall. They would visit from time to time. I knew there weren't many of them left, but I hadn't heard the last of them had gone. Terrible news. But if you're going to rebuild their legacy, you're gonna need brawn, and I have plenty of that to offer. Nice. Alright. Head back up here. You did well, Emma. I think we have a dependable crew to get started with. The Yager here seems especially eager to pitch in. If I may, Farafar, I can do much more than shovel snow and haul stones. I am willing to assist in planning the reconstruction from start to finish. With you in charge in the larger picture, I can assign people to work where it's needed most. Having overseen many projects of this scale, I believe this is to be the surest path to completion. You would do all that? Then I would be grateful to accept your help, the Yager. You are most welcome to it. Now, before we get started, do you happen to know where Dartorga's living sepulchre can be found? Upon it must be engraved stories of her life and work. It may shed some light on the mysteries of the snow spirits and the pact itself. It was likely erected near the altar, but if so, then it too may have been buried in the avalanche. I see. Well then, since the snow must be cleared away anyways, we can search for the sepulchre in the meantime. We will find it, I am certain. Oh, there you are. You're the one rebuilding the altar, right? Nopley told me you needed more help. When I saw how fearlessly he wheeled and dealed with the Chihuahua, I knew I had to become his pupil in trade, and so here I am. Consider me Nopley's eyes and ears. If you need someone to make deals with other merchants or procure supplies, then leave it to me. I know Nopley's been making a name for himself as of late. If he vouches for you, then welcome aboard. The project's off to a better start than I ever imagined. We have all the help we need and then some. So now's as good a time as any for the hands of Zerkoter to rebuild warmth. Speak to me when you're ready to use those expert skills I recruited you for, Emma. Alright. Now, first things first, restoration of our soon-to-be living quarters. The heavy lifting and building can be left towards Yokoi, while you craft the supplies we need for some of the finishing touches. If we are to live among these frozen peaks, we require flooring, which will insulate us from the cold. The space is large, so we need a few boxes worth. Can I count you on that? Here should be everything you require for the task. If by chance you run out, We're Fertile will provide you with more. Okie dokie. While you do that, I'll assign tasks to the others. Let us get to work then. Okay. So this is just regular craft, isn't it? It's not high quality. Judging by the durability length, I'm gonna do manipulation, penetration, groundwork. Might be able to do it with just groundwork, actually. Let's give it a go. I've got a macro for that. Okay, I don't need the manipulation steps. That's very handy. Nice and easy. All right, let's wrap this up. Hello, Emma. How goes the crafting? Here you go. Aha! I see your skills were no mere boast. Excellent. Oh, pardon me. I think I've got a bit of acid reflux. I think that's what's probably getting my throat. Excellent work. Now, thanks to you, warmth will be a place worthy of its name. Please feel free to rest a while. We will take it from here. Oh. Nice. Why, everyone works so eagerly, as if they have forgotten entirely the biting cold without. The sight truly speaks for the quality of your contribution. The road ahead of us is long, but I am glad we have taken the first steps upon it together. I hope you will continue to lend us your expertise. Are you watching, Dartorgor? I promise you that soon the spirits and Yokoi will live in peaceful harmony once again. The collapsed living quarters have been repaired, marking the beginning of the Kortef the Open Arms restoration. Yet the snow spirits must still be appeased. Only by continuing their work can Farafar and her crafters quell the spirits' rage and bring peace to the mountains. And I will continue doing that off stream. But I hope you enjoy me walking you through while I get this all unlocked. Yippee! Alrighty, okay. Yeah, not much at this point. That was a lot of fun. I will pick these up. And I will do these probably later this evening. Maybe. I'll probably grab that bit. All right. Well, for rebuilding this place, I will be working on that off stream. If you want to see how that pans out, you'll need to play Final Fantasy XIV yourself. When I do these Allied Society quest stuff, I only do the opening quests on stream. And I hope you enjoyed that. Let's head over here. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out my socials here, and make sure to subscribe and click the bell for all future notifications. Bye.